and off. From the 2-mile start for the Virgin Bet Daily Price Boosts handicap chase, Stormin Crossgales leads them over the first of 12 fences, which they've all cleared. Rouge Vif chasing the leader. One Fine Man settles third. In front of History Beer and Forster Frapp, Stumps or Slips and Romanor dropped out as per. Long gallop between fences 1 and 2. Stormin Crossgales leads them down the side. From a keen-going Rouge Vif in second, the white-faced One Fine Man is third. Then History Beer running fourth, just over 3 lengths off the leader. Forster Frapp is a length further away. And then Stumps or Slips, and finally Romanor into the straight and heading on to the second. Stormin Crossgales from Rouge Vif, couple of lengths behind. History Beer jumped up sides One Fine Man. Forster Frapp on the inside is next. Then Stumps or Slips and Romanor as they jump the next. Forster Frapp just had to fiddle his way over the third fence. And now they're on their way towards the open ditch after the winning post. So it's Stormin Crossgales by nearly 3 lengths from Rouge Vif. Then History Beer on the outside of One Fine Man as they take the ditch. And the last 3 to clear it. Forster Frapp, Stumps or Slips and Romanor. Last fence in the home straight is number 5. Stormin Crossgales winged it, as in truth did his rivals. Rouge Vif continues to give chase, with History Beer just third on the outside of One Fine Man. Stumps or Slips moving up sides Forster Frapp, and 3 lengths off the back of them races Romanor. Heading towards the 6th, a plain fence before the old water jump. Stormin Crossgales, Rouge Vif, separated by a couple of lengths. And then 2.5 to One Fine Man and History Beer as they jump the 7th. Field closing ranks as they head to the next line of fences on the back straight. Stormin Crossgales from Rouge Vif, who's within a length of him now. Then follows History Beer, the outside of One Fine Man, with Forster Frapp jumping through, making good headway up the inside. Stumps or Slips and Romanor continue in the last pair. Over another open ditch, Stormin Crossgales from outside the wings from Rouge Vif, Forster Frapp, History Beer. Robbie Dunn shaking up One Fine Man, having dropped back to be 5th. Going over the last in the back straight, the field is covered by no more than 5 lengths. Stormin Crossgales leads them on the approach to the turn out of the back straight from Rouge Vif. Forster Frapp, Stumps or Slips is making stealthy headway out wide of History Beer. They're being followed down the side by an outpaced One Fine Man, and Romanor, having got into contention, is now losing ground in his last clearly once again. On the turn for home, it's Stormin Crossgales with Stumps or Slips making ground up into 2nd place. History Beer will turn in 3rd. They've gone clear of Forster Frapp and One Fine Man. The other 2 are beaten off. 2 from home. Stumps or Slips challenging long-time leader Stormin Crossgales. 3 lengths now to History Beer in 3rd as Stumps or Slips arrives to challenge at the final fence. On the inside, the saddle appears to have slipped on Stormin Crossgales. He's still got every chance, but the rider's in danger of being unseated. Stormin Crossgales and Stumps or Slips running up towards the line. Stormin Crossgales and Jack Hogan. Stumps or Slips. Stormin Crossgales has somehow managed to win it from Stumps or Slips, History Beer, One Fine Man, and then came Forster Frapp and Romanor.
Acrobatics at its finest from Jack Hogan. Right, you're going to have to take us through that. The saddle slips, you hanging on. Go through it from your perspective.
Yeah, the whole race worked out perfect. I was settled, I was jumping great. I winged down the last, and I don't know, did he jink or something, but saddle just went completely sideways, and I couldn't get my right leg out. And I thought for a second I was coming off him, and I hung on to his neck. I was able to slip my right foot out, and sure, I was still in front, so that was the main thing.
Yeah, I was trying to work out when the saddle was slipping. I was thinking, is he going to be able to keep back on? But to his credit, the horse allows you to do that.
Yeah, to be fair, he stayed straight, and that was if he jinked or anything, I was a goner. So no, he was good and honest and stayed straight. So that's the main thing.
We know that this horse can be a bit of a monkey as well, and your first time riding him in a race as well. So what were your impressions coming into it?
Well, I had spoken a lot to Johnny and Noel, and I've watched most of his races. So you kind of get a. He's pretty much one-dimensional, so there's not much you have to really know about him. All you have to do is watch his races. So I was just buck out, bowl away, and to be fair, it's probably the first time he's properly settled throughout a race. He's quite measured with his jumping. He was saving as much energy, and once a horse came to me, he picked up, which before the last couple of runs he hasn't really been doing. So I think the ground and everything is just key to him. And no, it was a good run from him.
It's something that you're going to probably enjoy watching back. Have you ever been in one of those situations before where you're, what am I going to do? How am I going to get back through this?
No, definitely wasn't. I think it was fear that kept me on, more than anything now. But no, it's nice to get a winner out of it.
Well, Dan Barber's given that the ride of the season. I know it's only been a week, but it's going to be up there for a long time. Well done, Jack.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.